Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
What's up, Gore-Hounds? And welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am the not-so-mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in it all, as always. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my horror homies. And I ain't got nothing special today because I'm sick and I'm just fucking getting through it. If you can't tell already.
I thought you sounded hoarse, yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. Yeah. But
Yeah.
So, bringing it in with my buddies, I'm going to start it off with the Chad Daddy himself, that Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Duke of the Dead, the host with the ghost, Lord Scuba Cabra, Mr. Steven Vasquez.
Bienvenido, mis amigos.
And that meat mountain, the killing machine, Mr. Babe Amone.
Good evening, people.
Yeah, welcome to the Gore N More podcast. Today is 11/14/2022, and we have a doozy of an episode. But first, as always, we're going to talk about what the fuck we did in the last weekend. So, Chad Daddy, I'm going to throw it over to you, bud. How you been?
Oh, yeah.
I told you. I'm sorry. I'm sick. I'm going to give it up on me being sick. Scubas, I'm going to hand you the reins here, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
There you
Very
go.
nice.
Beautiful.
Hope I held it long enough, TJ.
You did. Very well. Oh, man. All right. Sorry. Back to Chad Daddy. How you been,
Okay,
brother?
I've been well, thank you. I haven't been doing much. Recently the temperatures dropped around here like it just saw a state trooper. It went from really, really warm to really, really, really cold. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, the real feel was like in the 20s. And man, I just not ready for this weather yet. So, been staying in, trying to keep warm. Let's see, what else did I do? So, okay, now, just bear with me. I know I'm a little behind. I was meant to watch them, so I finally got around to starting watching some of the DCU movies.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah. Like I
Hell
say,
yeah.
I'm only 2 in, so I've only watched Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman, but I was actually really impressed with Man of Steel.
I like Man of Steel, dude.
I really enjoyed it.
Bro, when he came in, I'm not going to lie. Say what you want. When he came into that ship to save those sailors, when he was all fucking rugged hot with his beard and his fucking bro, that made every woman and like half of the dudes wet.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
So, seeing those now, I'm really happy that he's back as the Man of Steel, and hopefully we get a good Man of Steel sequel. And I'm really hoping, and I'm pretty sure with James Gunn in charge, he's going to pull out from some of the more obscure villains, because Lex Luthor, been done to death. We don't want to see. We've seen Doomsday now. Everyone wants Brainiac, but give me somebody else.
Lobo. Give me fucking Lobo.
I'd rather see. I want to see Metallo, to be honest.
Ooh, Metallo would be a good one.
All right. That would be a good one.
Yeah.
I still want to see Lobo, though. I just want to know who they fucking cast as Lobo.
I don't know, but it can't be any better than the voice actor for him in the animated series. They had fucking Brad
fuck no,
Garrett.
dude.
I mean, he was great.
He was. I think that's who they brought back in Injustice, if I'm not mistaken, when they brought him back in.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Not new Lobo either. We're talking old school fucking 90s Lobo.
Not the new goth teen looking Lobo.
Right. Trying to steal off Ghost Rider. Anyways.
So yeah, I started watching those, and that was a lot of fun, this weekend. Didn't really do much, just kind of kept it local. Took the kids bowling because they're in bowling leagues. So, that's
there you go.
That's literally half my Saturday morning right there. Like we leave here at like 8 a.m, don't get back till like almost 2 p.m.
Nice.
Oh, and I did, my wife and I went out, we had a kid-free night. So we went out and did my intent was to do some Christmas shopping for my wife, but I ended up just
with your wife?
Yes.
Which makes shopping with your wife.
I know. So I ended up finding stuff for my mom and my sister, which is really cool. And I hope they're not listening, which I don't think they usually do. But I found Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys.
Nice.
At a Ross. one with no name on, and these are like official jerseys. These aren't some
Okay.
Walmart knockoffs. So I got one for my mom. Doesn't have a name on it. It was $10, and I got my sister a
Oh.
Crosby jersey for $30. So we're
Nice,
talking like
dude.
$100 less than what you'd pay in any store.
Can't
That's
beat
for
that,
almost
bro.
any jersey too.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
That's
So I'm
Hell
really
yeah,
happy. So that kind of got me into. Once I start, buying a few things again, it gets me more into the Christmas spirit. So, getting ready to put the tree up. My wife already asked where we could put it, and I'm like, I have the corner figured out. So she's like, when can we put it up? I said, not tonight.
You know what it is, man? You just got to start listening to Weird Al Christmas songs, dude. That'll do it.
Christmas at Ground Zero, all time best.
That is my all-time favorite. Bring it in, dude.
I love that one.
Absolutely.
And I, by the way, I pointed out to the wife that we both have a very good chance of surviving Whamageddon completely unscathed this year.
Ooh,
Bro,
Because I'm doing the stay at
I
home
almost
dad.
got whammed out already, and thank
No,
God
it-
it doesn't start.
but
till
it doesn't
after.
Yeah,
start-
it starts
yeah.
with Thanksgiving.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I already turned on the radio and it was there, and I'm like, bro,
But
fuck off.
That's what I told her. I'm like, I'm doing the stay at home dad thing now, so I have like zero chance of hearing it unless I personally play it. And she's
So
working at the high school, so not really any music being played there. So unless somebody plays, yes, I think we got a pretty good chance this year.
I already know my coworker's gonna knock me out like every fucking year, like he does. Dude. It's just gonna happen because he gets right in his mood. Like he's like, I want to put on Christmas music, and I'm like, bro, just put on Wham Free Christmas List. That's all I fucking add. It's not even that hard to type that in. You just got to add the Wham Free in front of the whatever you're doing. I don't know.
Tis the season, though. But
no, it's not. No, it's not. 'Tis the season.
Okay, so I've rambled on long enough. Scuba Steve.
Man, I did not really do much. I went to go see Wakanda Forever, which was
Not forever.
I lasted. It felt like it took forever for the fucking movie to end.
I mean,
I
that's
will
solid
give
2
them-
hours and 40
I will
minutes.
give them that. That's all I'm gonna say
That's
about
not even
that.
considering credits and after credit scenes or post.
There's one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just
Yeah.
the normal runtime of the movie is already 2:40. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then
a
I
long
got
set.
home from watching that, and to my surprise, what was waiting for me on my bed that came in the mail? Oh, just like Johnny has right there. My
That's
copy
right.
of Paranoia came in, the Boss Man's comic. Shout out to everybody that worked on this amazing book.
Bossman and Brody's.
Yeah,
Yes,
Mr. Brody
yes,
King
Yes,
right there.
and Brody.
Yep. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm going to give a review on my Facebook because I want to read it again. But I did thoroughly enjoy it. And like I said, I got to read the preliminary script from when they first started working on it. So to see it actually come to life, the
It's
way
awesome.
that I pictured it was fucking cool. Like it was just so fucking cool. What else did I do this weekend? I didn't really do much, man. Trying to think if I did anything interesting. I really didn't do.
It's all right.
Much.
Sometimes you need those weekends, man.
Like I just kind of chilled at home, hung out. I went to go see my grandma for a little bit, and that was it. Like seriously, that's it. I didn't do much. I laid in bed yesterday after I cleaned my room up a little bit. I thought about putting up my Christmas tree, which is my one thing that I say I do not do, and I hate it when people put their tree up before Thanksgiving. But I was thinking to myself, well, mine's not really a Christmas tree; it's a horror tree, so
Ooh.
I could get away with putting it up before, but it's still up in this little crawl space up here, so I didn't do that. But yeah, I thought about it. I did think about it. What else? That's it. I didn't do shit, Bobby.
Well, unlike everybody else here, I'm still not ready for the Christmas spirit. My tree is not going up until December. Get that out there. The Christmas lights will not be touched. I actually went to a house today. They already had their Christmas lights up in their wreaths, and I'm like, I said to my coworker, I said, I hate these people. Nothing they say can change my mind. And then they gave us a tip. He says, what do you say now? I said, I still hate their guts. Like, what the fuck is this?
I hate their guts,
I'll
but thank you very much.
Thank you very much, but I hate your guts. You people suck. So what did I do this week? I did a lot this weekend, actually. Friday night, I was out in Oaks, PA for the Monster Mania show. I was just going for the
Oh,
night
you did go to that.
Well, yeah, my buddy had a photo op with Robert Englund and Heather Langenkamp, and
Nice.
he invited me. So I'm like, okay. So my girlfriend was dog sitting. I was supposed to go with my other friend, but she couldn't go. So I said, well, I'm gonna fly solo. So I went. I bought a couple things, and nothing big.
Right,
And then we
right.
did the photo op with Heather and Robert, which was great. I posted
I'm
it on my
assuming you guys
Facebook.
must have had VIP passes, because if you had normal passes, there ain't no way you were getting through that line.
Well, he was a vendor. He already
Yeah.
bought it's a photo op.
Oh, he would. Yeah,
He's a
but I
vet-
thought the photo apps were they still special ones, or was that just to meet? Because I heard the lines were fucking atrocious.
Well, his line's always long.
I mean, it wasn't Steel City when we went there. It was ridiculous.
We didn't wait in line for his. We just waited in line for the.
Oh, it
photo
was just
op.
the photo. Okay,
The photo
okay.
op was. We were in line maybe 15 minutes.
But like Bob's mentioned before, the trick to meeting Robert Englund is just stay later and go to the bar. He'll be there.
9 times out of 10, you probably could.
And you know who else was there? Terrifier. So you could hang out with both of them.
That's this Friday. Him and Damian Leone are going to be here in Corpus. So,
oh, nice.
They're going to be here this whole weekend.
I was going to meet him and the 2 kids and Damien. They were literally mobbed with people too, and I didn't have all the time in the world, so I went there for a little bit. And then Saturday, it's actually now. Well, it's over a year. It's a year. Me and my girlfriend have been together. So Saturday we were running around. We went to a cidery. We were drinking, eating, and then we met up with some friends in between our dinner date. And then for dinner, we went to a steakhouse and ate like kings and queens.
Ooh.
It was. I don't go to other steakhouses except for this one, unless they're in Texas, because I know Texas has got some shit.
Okay, is anybody else picturing Bobby going to like the cider tasting
right outdoors?
Like,
okay.
I'm thinking of him like a nice tailored scarf, a nice sweater.
I was picturing him like John Candy.
Oh yeah, the old 96er.
Wait, that's
before or after?
After.
After. Oh.
And so I'm sure some people could see what's behind me.
Yeah.
I now have a PS5. It was actually what I wanted for Christmas, and so Target was having a thing. We got an inside thing saying, "Oh, November 9th it goes on sale, and it's a Gods of War special." And I said, "All right, well, if we get it, then we get it. If not, I'll get it after Christmas." I thought we missed a date. I open up the trunk. I literally went like this. No, that's fake, right? I'm like touching. I'm like, no, this is fake, right? This is some bullshit. No, it's real.
No shit.
So Christmas came early. Thought I'd never say that.
Very nice.
Well, see, that should get you in the Christmas spirit then.
Yeah,
it does. But I have to be the week of Thanksgiving to get me into it. Like,
you know what'd be funny is if like I've done this with my wife and shit before, and she's done it to me. But like if Rebecca teased you with it, but she's like, "Yeah, no, you can't have it till Christmas, though."
I was expecting that. I was expecting that.
I've done that shit so many times, dude. Like,
I wasn't expecting anything, but she's like, "I couldn't make you wait till Christmas because there's no way you would." And I'm like,
you know what it is?
Gotta have a point.
She wants to see that little like light up little kid on you. That's what she wants to see. She's gonna see it.
And she did. I mean, but she's a wonderful woman, not just for that, but in general. I was like, So now we can bust ghosts together later this week, people.
Yeah.
That's things.
Woo!
And then Sunday, now I'll speed up my time here a little bit. Sunday, we had a birthday party for her nephew. He turned 4, so we were playing in a bouncy house all day and still drinking and eating. So it was a fun weekend. And then we got to watch this very good movie, which we are about to talk about. But first, we need to hear about this gentleman over here who sounds a little hoarse, but
yes,
he's still
a lot of horse.
John.
All right, so
yes, you are 25 inches of masculinity.
Yeah, right. My weekend was pretty short because, well, Saturday I was busy, but Sunday I went to work early, felt like shit, so I pretty much slept all day yesterday. So I lost the whole day, but that happens. Saturday was nice though because, and I'm sorry, Bob, but the Santa around here, he came to a Bass Pro, and unfortunately, since COVID, they haven't redacted the way they've done things. So now you have to actually sign up for a fucking like reserve time slot. Which is, it's stupid. I know. I'm not even gonna get into it because it makes me mad. Anyways, last year we fucking missed out on it. So I was like, yo, dude, the daughter's still in single digits. I want to make sure she gets it while she can. So we signed her up, blah, blah, blah. And unfortunately, like my little mall in my area, like most malls in tiny little towns, is dying. It's struggling. It's been struggling for fucking years. It's trying its best, whatever. I full out can admit I actually went shopping at my mall, dude, and hit more than one store and actually did some Christmas shopping. There's a toy store that's still going in there. It's like pops and collectibles and shit. And then there's like an antique store, but they make their own like stuff like that, like knickknacks and shit. So I got some stuff from there too. And they got a new burger joint in there, which is actually a dude I used to go to school with. And so I try to hit that fucking shit up. That's like a once a week thing now for me, dude. I'm all about it. And everybody's like, well, isn't that kind of expensive? And I'm like, yo, not really, man. You can go to Wendy's right now and get a Baconator combo for fucking $14. So honestly, I'd rather go to a mom and pop joint, pay the same amount for an actual legit good ass burger and support some people I fucking know.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it was like, I don't know. It felt really good because, like, dude, honest to God, I haven't been able to fully shop in my mall unless Spirit comes around. And then other than that, I would say it's probably been a good solid 20 years, man. Like GameStop's been out of there for like 15 now and shit. So it's one of those cool ones because it was built in 1980 and the whole aesthetic of the food court and everything is like a tiny village. And I fucking love it, dude. And they just got new owners. They're actually trying to like revitalize it back. And I kind of have a crazy idea. I'll throw it to you guys so like everything in this world right now is expensive as fuck. We all know this, right?
Yes.
So what are the two main things that people are still willing to spend money on?
Pussy.
Food. That too.
Bobby, yep. Food
and entertainment.
Liquor.
Boom. Right. So food and booze. Entertainment's, I would say, third, with pussy being under entertainment.
Mine was a solid answer, goddamn.
It was.
It is a solid answer.
But that's a segue from booze to
it doesn't even have to be, but it certainly can be.
So the way this is set up, like with this like little villa and stuff, and I'm like, yo, dude, like, what if they change the idea of the mall? What if they make it more of like a restaurant hub? So you put a couple different restaurants in there, make them bigger, but now you have a whole like centralized interior hub that you can hang out with and you can kind of get drunk at and walk around. It wouldn't be like drunk in public per se.
That'd be really cool. They actually have like that in Midland where my mom lives.
Oh yeah?
And, yeah. Their mall's actually it's kind of like that's where everybody goes at night to go hang out because they have different restaurants and bars and stuff there, and then everybody just kind of congregates in the food court.
So then so to me, that's where it's like, okay, you bring in those as the headliners, and then you start filling in some of the smaller shops with actual shops, like for shopping or entertainment wise.
Yeah.
It's like like, dude, like to me, I'm like, yo, man, if I was a kid, I'd want like a trampoline park to come in there, dude. There's an old Sears. I feel like that's huge enough to fucking put one in, dude. It'd be fucking sick. You know what I mean?
A fucking Sky Zone, or if you also Dave and Buster's, that might be a little much. But
escape rooms.
Problem is you also got to take it with the context of my city. My city is small. It doesn't have over 25,000 people in it, so you got to think of like, you know what I mean? Like it's tough.
True.
They did try that.
Play to the room.
They kind of tried something like that, not to the extent that you're talking about, but so we have the mall here where they filmed The Legend of Billie Jean.
Okay.
So the mall where they're chasing her through that's here in Corpus. Well, that mall shut down. So they tried to revitalize it by adding little things here and there, and it just like nobody cared, and it was just kind of sad because I feel like that mall's a piece of like movie history. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? And it just didn't
I'm the same way, dude, but not even on the movie side. Like I just feel like that because like I don't know, man. And you guys can attest just for being older too, but like you guys have saw malls at their heights, so you know what they could be and you know the possibilities. So it's almost sad to just see something so nicely done up just wasted, unfortunately.
Well, and you know what the weird part is? The malls by me. I'll interject real quick. Like I guess it's my area, but the malls by me are always busy. Maybe that's probably also because I'm in the tri-state area. Like
I was say you were in a way heavier populated area.
So the malls here, like I can't think of a time other than COVID where they weren't busy.
But I feel like Jersey as and I could be completely wrong, but like Jersey as a state just feels like it does better than New York State, bro. Like I could be way off based on this, but
I think you're right because there's not too much there's wilderness, but there's not like a whole half a state worth of wilderness.
Right. But yeah, all in all, like, dude, it was kind of cool that I actually got to hang out with them all. There is a restaurant coming back. It's actually opening up this upstairs bar that has not been opened up since 1985. And I am super stoked because I've never been up there, dude. So I'm like, and that's where I'm like, when I heard this, and then 2 new food court places opened up that are mom and pop food courts. I'm like, bro, maybe that's the secret to bring back malls is restaurant and booze. That's all you need. Get rid of the shopping part because everybody's still going to fucking online shop. It's usually still cheaper. But there is some stores out there, you know what I mean? Like, I personally would rather go into a store to get some shit. I'm not going to lie. But, you know, I'm being hopeful, obviously.
Or you know something? Just make it a strip joint.
Unfortunately, Cuba County, where I live, I'm not going to get into that. They literally legalized one area in the entire county to where it could be legal to have a strip club, and it's right next to the landfill. And I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
They knew what they were doing. And I'm like, you know what? I would still be bold enough to open one there. I would not care. And I would literally call it the landfill. I wouldn't give a shit. And I would get a bunch of gross tubby bitches and be like, yo, dude, we're going to fucking do this. Steve's like, no.
You can have Chubby Chug Thursdays.
Taco
That's
Tuesdays.
Double decker Taco Tuesdays.
Fish taco Fridays.
All right. Enough of all that shit. And then I did end up, when I finally woke up yesterday after fucking napping all day, I watched this fucking awesome movie, which I am so ready to talk about now. Yeah. So, and this is Chad Daddy's pick.
Yes, it is.
Chad, you want to take it away?
I would love to. The film we're talking about today is 1408, released June 22nd, 2007. And it goes a little something like this. The cynical and skeptical writer Mike Enslin writes books evaluating supernatural phenomena in hotels, graveyards, and other haunted places, usually debunking the mystery. He receives an anonymous postcard in the mail telling him not to stay in room 1408 at the Dolphin Hotel in New York City. His attempts to make a reservation there are unsuccessful, and he's told that it isn't available ever. His research reveals that there have been a number of very strange deaths in that room dating as far back as the hotel's opening 95 years earlier. The hotel is forced to accept him, but the manager, Gerald Olin, begs him not to stay there. In his opinion, the room is evil and no one has ever been able to stay in there for more than an hour. Intrigued, Mike chooses to ignore the hotel manager's insistent warnings of the evil room's grave dangers, and after packing his spirit-detecting gear, he boldly enters a secret realm of bizarre occurrences and surreal instances. Will room 1408 make for an excellent final chapter in Skeptic Mike's new novel?
Bum, bum, bum.
Directed by Mikhail Hafstrom, The Right and Escape Plan. Written by Mike Greenberg, Halloween H2O, Reign of Fire. Scott Alexander, Problem Child, Man on the Moon. And Larry Karaszewski, Ed Wood, and Goosebumps. And this is also based on a short story by Stephen King.
Oh.
Produced by Lorenzo di Bonaventura, who did Transformers and The Meg.
Nice.
All right. Let's see how bad.
Come on, Bobby. We missed you last week.
These should be easy.
Fucking missed you last week.
John Cusack being John Malkovich, Hot Tub Time Machine as Mike Enslin. Samuel Jackson. Do I really got to say what that man's been in? Do I have to? Samuel L. Jackson. Deep Blue Sea, Snakes on a Plane, and a ton of other movies.
I think it would have been funnier if you went with some random ones, dude. You were like, The Incredibles. And yeah, like just fucking.
I should have.
As Gerald Olin, Mary McCormick, Private Parts, Mystery Alaska. Yeah, I just realized, I'm like, wow, that's been a long time. As Lily Enslin, Tony Shalhoub. I did not.
We just had him. Movie.
Like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, Bobby. Shalhoub.
He's all good.
Shalhoub.
I could never pronounce it. 13 Ghosts, Galaxy Quest as Sam Farrell. Len.
Oh, he was great on Galaxy Quest.
He was. I love that movie so much.
I need to rewatch that again. Len. I can't. Karu? The I must be. Right. Yeah. Secret Window, Bumblebee as Mike's father. Jasmine, Jessica Anthony, The Butterfly Room, Killer Weekend as Katie Enslin. Isaiah Whitlock Jr., Enchanted, Lightyear as Hotel Engineer.
Best
Kim
character ever.
He was
Going to that fucking room.
Yo,
I love that
he
guy.
was- I like how he's like, yo, I'm gonna walk you through it, man. Any moron could get it going. Like,
Love
yeah.
that.
Kim Thompson, The 10th Kingdom, Princess Diaries 2 as hotel desk clerk, and Benny Urigides. Is that close enough?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Roadhouse, Street Fighter as Clawhammer Maniac. Who did he fucking play in Roadhouse? Now I want to know.
He did a lot of like background, but he's mostly done stunt work.
I know, but I still want to know.
So I'm trying to
'cause-
figure out Roadhouse and Street Fighter. What a two fucking combination movie right
Yeah,
there.
seriously.
If you look at it, it says like, you know, laughing guy #1 or something weird shit like that.
Okay,
But like
okay.
he's mostly known for stunt
Well,
work. Though.
I was just gonna say because like you see him as the guy in the mirror of this movie. Like I'm like, he doesn't look like someone that'd be in Roadhouse. That's why I'm like, huh?
Dude, no joke. I thought that was a woman. I thought
I thought it was a
bald
woman too.
Oh,
really?
Okay, it wasn't
I
just
thought
me
it
then.
was a chick.
I thought it was
I thought so too.
I thought it was fucking Howard there, Ron Howard's brother. For a second.
Oh,
Clint.
actually,
yeah, I thought it was Clint
That-
Howard, dude. I saw
Yeah.
the bald head with the fucking hair. I was like, oh,
that
Clint
would have been
Howard.
great. That
It
would have
should
been great.
Clint Howard. God damn it. Oh well. Ice cream man. Oh man.
All right. Music by Gabriel Yared, City of Angels, The Talented Mr. Ripley. Cinematography by Benoit Delhomme, Mortal Transfer, The Idol. Edited by Peter Boyle, Waterworld, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Ooh.
Effects and makeup by the Senate VFX, 10,000 BC, Total Recall, 2012. Distributed by the Weinstein Company, MGM. Runtime of 104 minutes, MPAA rating of PG-13. Budget 25 million, and it grossed 133 million doll hairs.
Yeah,
Wait a
that's not bad.
no. Is
Was
there
the
any-
director's cut rated R? Because I swore I watched a rated R version.
I think it's unrated.
Oh,
Yeah, director's cuts are usually on.
that's weird. They had it marked as rated R, so I was like, okay.
Is there a reason
Yeah.
why it's the Weinstein Company and not Dimension? Because it says Dimension in the beginning. I'm just asking
It's-
in general.
It said Dimension. I don't know why it says the Weinstein
Okay,
Company.
no, I just wanted
It
to ask.
probably wasn't. It wasn't Dimension Extreme though.
No,
No.
this was not.
Maybe
No,
that's-
the opening credit says Dimension Films.
Did it?
Yeah,
Mm.
no.
All right. So, Chad Daddy, you've been waiting to get this bitch on the list for a minute, dude.
Yeah, I have. It was my friend's request. Who Jeremy's no longer with us, and I've been waiting for a reason to watch it, and the reason presented, the opportunity presented itself. So yeah, I threw it on here, and I really enjoyed it. It's not. It seemed a lot of the haunting. I'm pretty sure was all psychological and in his head. I don't think the majority of. I don't know.
Was
I don't
it,
know.
though?
I
I
think
got-
a lot because when you look at it and it goes into my notes, a lot of it was him dealing with the grief of losing his daughter.
But I got a very Jacob's Ladder type feel from this
Yes.
fucking movie.
Yes.
Oh, see, I was gonna go more Shining. Like I was like, yo, the room is literally just taking your shit, and
Yeah, but he didn't go crazy like Jack.
But you got to think
he
of
was
it this
getting
way.
there.
He almost did. He
But
He
damn
was
near did.
fucking getting there.
But think of this, and this is what I wrote down on my phone. Nothing. He went to all these haunted locations. Nothing paranormal happened until after he had his accident. So, was he in hell? Was he in purgatory? And that's what occurred in the hotel?
That's a
Because
possibility.
nothing paranormal happened to him until after he drowned.
This is true. This is true.
I think it's personally just the room in itself. I think it's one of those things where, and I always kind of like this, where it doesn't necessarily have to have some crazy deep backstory of some dude fucking put something in there and like because of the metal. No, this room just happens to be fucking evil and no one knows why.
Yeah,
Like that's all it is.
I think it's a good combination of him dealing with the past, but the room is paranormal. It's evil, and it is one of those maybe where it's like, well, we're not here to make you somewhat maybe kill yourself like most of the others because there was 56 deaths, but maybe to realize, and once he did that realization, that's what brought him to that. This will also depend on what ending you watched.
So, Chad, you said there was 4 endings to this.
4 different endings.
four
I saw
endings.
3 of them, and then I saw the fourth one, which
Oh,
eh.
so
The one that's asked probably where she doesn't hear the daughter's voice.
No.
okay, that's the one I did see. I
That's-
saw. No, I saw where she saw it. Or she
Yes,
heard it.
that's the theatrical version. That's the theatrical ending.
Yeah,
That-
where he
and-
lives and everything.
Yes.
The one that I'm talking about is where Mike actually dies, and then he's a ghost in the back seat, and then you see him in the burned hotel room, and then he just kind of fades away.
Hmm.
And then there's another
That was
one
the
where-
original ending of the movie, and I was like,
And that's the one that's on the director's cut.
So
There
I
was
guess I
another-
didn't see the director's cut.
No, there's another ending where they showed the whole funeral scene with him and Lily, and his wife, I should say.
Yeah, there's one that shows the funeral scene. There's one that doesn't show the funeral scene, but you hear like a funeral. So he dies in two of the endings. One ending is the theatrical ending, and the fourth one is the same as the theatrical ending, except his wife does not hear the daughter's voice on the tape recorder.
Interesting.
Which I like the ending that I saw with him and his wife reconciling.
Yeah,
And she hears the voice because then it's like, oh,
Yeah, because then he wasn't
See,
crazy.
But see,
exactly.
and that's why I'm thinking that he died, and everything that we saw was him processing, his mind still going, and then the happy ending that he had for me. And this is just what I took from it. The happy ending that he had was him in his heaven, and Samuel L. Jackson was either death or the devil or some kind of fucking thing, some kind of like that was
I don't
putting him
want-
through that trial.
that is one of the theories, and that's in my notes that he was considered to be his guardian angel.
Ooh, see, I like that. I don't like
Yeah.
the whole death thing because then that just reminds me of Tony Todd from the
yeah,
fucking-
from
all
Final
the-
Destination.
Yeah, because like he's practically dead.
I just feel like there was more to it because, like I said, no, he didn't experience anything paranormal until he drowned, and then that's when he moves
now
on. To
was it
this-
because he was drowned, or is it because literally every place he went to was a phony because they weren't really haunted?
Well,
like-
it could have been that, or it could be because he drowned and he died, and what we saw was
I-
him being put through trials. Because he's talking about, what is it, the 9 realms of hell or whatever the fuck.
Nine
And
levels?
so he's going through all these different things. So was he being put to the test in this hotel room that was really just basically
But if you also look at it, everything they went through is also the 5 stages of grief.
true? That's true too.
See, I honestly think all of what we're saying, I think it's all of it. It's
Yeah.
because it all plays a part. Yes, he drowned. I don't think he died there, but I think it played a part in him thinking about death a little bit more. This room comes up. My daughter's dead. I have an estranged wife. I'm still grieving. I don't want to say I'm still grieving. I'm a selfish man. I'm this. I'm that. Like it's a lot of heavy shit. But
Okay,
he
so
doesn't
maybe-
want to deal with it.
Maybe his drowning was like a near-death thing, and kind of like in
And-
kind of like, oh shit, what's the one with Kevin Bacon again? Why am I
Oh,
drawing a blank?
Jesus Christ!
the flat line.
Star of
flatline?
Echoes.
Stir of Echoes.
Yeah, that's
But maybe it's like Stir of Echoes, and it kind of like opened up a door and just opened him to this whole world of paranormal that he
So
couldn't witness before.
okay, and here's another thing. Remember when I told you that I noticed something that I had never noticed before? Because I've seen this movie a bunch of times, and this was actually the first time that I ever noticed this. When he picks up the Bible and he throws it down, it's
Mhm.
backwards.
That's,
and I-
that's
Oh,
that was
reversed
actually
image.
that was intentional foreshadowing to show how evil the room is.
See, and I never noticed that before, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So like, I rewound it again. I was like, "Was it backwards?" And it was, and I was like, "Maybe maybe what we're watching is like the mirror of what is actually going on." Because when he looks out the window and he sees like the mirror version
Yeah.
of himself, so I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" So like, I had all these like different things going on in my head in this movie that I've seen a shitload of times before, but I actually like paid attention to it this time.
Right. Yeah, I would say this is my second time watching it. I think I saw this when it first came out in 07, but I watched it in 08. No, I agree with you guys. I don't personally think he died. I think maybe the surfing accident maybe opened him up a little bit more to it. I do like the whole reset they did with that to really fucking throw you off because you were like, oh, because even for like, I know I've seen this movie, but I haven't seen it in so long. Even I was like, I don't remember this. What's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
wait. But no, it's a fantastic spooky movie. I didn't, and this just might be a personal gripe. I didn't really care with how they made the ghost look like
yes.
video
I,
style. I'm not huge on that, and I've seen that aesthetic used a few times here or there. Sometimes it works, but it just, I don't know. It almost took me out a little bit when I saw the ghosts going through. versus
And-
just dealing with the room in itself. Because, like, dude, not for nothing, one of my favorite scenes is when Cusack hits his hand and literally just goes ham in this apartment or just room, just putting blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what is going on, dude? Like, he is just slapping everything just to put a fucking bloody handprint on, dude. I love it.
So this was my actually first full watch of this movie. I've only
Oh,
seen
nice.
bits and pieces of it. So when I started watching this and shit started kind of happening, it started getting more serious. At first, I was kind of almost upset a little bit because I'm like, so where is his emotion? Skeptic or not, where is it? As the movie went on, he got more crazy and then he got emotional. I'm like, okay, now I see what I got upset. I'm like, if I was in that room, skeptic or not, and this is happening, I would be really freaking out or I would be highly upset. Like it like took me, I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where's the upset? Where are you being freaked out? Like, come on, dude, give me a little bit more emotion. But then when it took the turn, I'm like, and then you start, I'm like, okay, so this, like, I kind of upset me at first, but then as I looked at it as a whole, I'm like, okay, now I see what they were doing.
Word. I will say, I liked how it just like how the room was a character itself in this
Oh,
movie.
yes.
Yeah.
Like the way it completely changed aesthetic, just consistently changing all the way to the point where it's like frozen over. I fucking love those scenes. Like that was just cool
Yeah.
as hell. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like this movie, even though it has nothing necessarily to do with The Shining or anything, there's just so many scene wise that just like make me think of that movie. Just ghost going crazy, stuck in a grand hotel, freezing your ass off. Like there's just so many, like, I guess thematically things that are seen. But I don't know. Like obviously we have a good character. He's not a terrible, he's not Jack by any means.
Yeah, but he walked out on his wife. I mean,
He did.
He walked out
But he
on his
didn't know how-
wife, but
but
at the
he didn't
same
know how
time,
to- he didn't know how to
it's-
process the grief.
I was
of
gonna
losing
say
his daughter too.
that's one of those ones where it's like you didn't just walk out because like, yo, you had a daughter there, and you're like, yo, daddy's gonna get some milk. I'll be back, and then out. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, dude, like I could only, and I don't know about you guys, but in that moment, even I realistically thought, I'm like, dude, like, could you imagine if you only, like, Jen and I only have one kid, dude? If anything were to, God forbid, happen, dude, that would be fucking terrible. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I've
No
seen
doubt.
that drive couples apart, and other times it can strengthen them together. It all depends on the people, like given the situation, obviously, like you said, dude, he couldn't look at his wife's face because he remember, I how could you not feel that? You know what I mean? Like I would. And yeah, dude, if you can't deal with that heartbreak on the day, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not, you know what I mean, like making excuses for him by any means. I feel like I understand it. But
yeah, I can't say I do.
now I will say I thought one of the coolest little scenes, even though it was like a little CGIS, was the ledge scene. I thought that was interesting, but
Yeah.
I liked how they just did that and like left them. Like, how do you want? It's weird because it's one, even though it's one location, like it still feels like this thing is huge and
Mhm.
small at the same time, like almost cube-like, never ending.
It made me want to write a book about all the locations that I've been to and be like,
You
yeah, this
should.
place is not fucking haunted.
But you should.
You should.
Definitely.
It could be awesome. You could have a whole 10 best series. But this for being a 2007 horror movie, on top of that, I feel like I got to give credit to, because this came out in a time where just shit sucked, and this was
Yes.
actually a good one.
Yes.
This was
it
out. This was out during the Darkening, and this was not. It wasn't a dark movie.
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
you had
It's a-
great actors.
Psychologically, it was dark, but yeah, it was
It
really.
was
Wow.
actually, yeah.
I mean, and
Which-
John Cusack's fucking great. Like,
Yes, yes.
I love every movie he's fucking been in.
So is it just John Cusack's aesthetic to wear a dark black jacket, or do they
Maybe-
just want him to do that
Well-
because it's John Cusack's like look?
Well, I mean, when he came to Monster Mania, that's how he dressed.
Okay, so
But
that's
it
So
was
maybe he's just like,
that's
look,
just-
I'm just gonna dress as myself and act the
And he
fucking
was
character deal
But he
with
was
it.
in sunglasses and he had a hat on. I heard he was nice, but that's what he wore. So
But
Nice.
it kind of reminds me of like Keanu. Like I feel like that's Keanu's just like style now too. It's just like dark.
They
He
don't
dresses
even
like
use,
John Wick
yeah,
essentially.
they don't even use the costume, the wardrobe, he
Right.
just wears his own clothes. It's street clothes.
yeah,
He just comes
they-
off the street wearing that, and they're like, "All right,
Yeah.
let's start rolling."
exactly, yeah.
In this movie, dude, I am all for the Hawaiian shirt underneath the dress sports.
Yes.
I love that look and I want to rock it.
He's like fancy Magnum PI.
yeah.
Hey man, Weird Al would approve.
Yeah.
Yes, he would.
Fucking A. All right.
If
so is
he
there
were
anything
still
else?
alive. If he were still
That's
alive.
right.
Yeah.
Rest in power.
Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace.
Power.
Rest in peace.
Assassinated in 1985.
So long ago.
Damn.
All right. So is there anything
I
else?
take
you
it.
wanted
I take it. Bobby still hasn't watched the movie.
Oh, people
I
who haven't
haven't.
seen the movie are like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
to- Weird Al's not dead.
Fucking
not.
Just watch the movie. Just watch. the
Madonna
movie.
had him assassinated in '85.
on stage. On stage
stage.
at an award
Come on.
ceremony.
Okay.
It was like live on TV. Like,
Oh,
how did
that
you
was
not
so
know
great.
that, Bobby?
I love that
I
dude
wasn't
standing
fucking
up
alive
3
yet.
rows in front of him, like fucking movie's great, dude.
I love that he's sitting there putting the fucking rifle together, and nobody
Right?
even notices.
It's the best, dude.
Okay, I will
Oh,
have
man.
to put that on this week at some point.
But you know what pissed me off though about that movie is I'm glad that they finally got out that Michael Jackson ripped him off.
Yeah.
So glad.
It's about
So glad.
goddamn time, dude.
So glad they fucking put that out there.
No, that's
Oh,
that's
so
no
funny.
longer an eat it jacket. That's a beat it jacket.
Eat it. Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Alrighty. So
Oh,
is there
such
anything else we
failure.
want to discuss on this movie before we bring in the DBK, or do we want to hear what
I
the
Let's hear
fuck
what
we-
Brody
Let's hear.
has to
Let's
say.
hear from the Saucy Alcy.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to bring him in right with us, so we'll keep it. All right.
Well, heady doody there, folks. It's your DKB here back for another episode of Gore N More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about 1408. Now, I'm going to keep it short and sweet this week, so I'll just kick it off straight away by saying how much I really enjoy this film. I find it very underappreciated, especially for a Stephen King adaptation. It still flies under the fucking radar, even back when it first came out, it did. So, if any of you motherfuckers out there in Radioland have not seen it or heard of it, definitely suss it out because it'll definitely pique your interest. Now, what I really enjoy about this film most is obviously, not only the fucking fantastic performance by Mr. Cusack himself, it's probably more so the fact that it plays off as a thriller with supernatural elements about it. It's obviously got horror themes and that through it, but it feels so much more by the end of the film. It really captures the emotional depth of fear, paranoia, and, that emotional side of love and loss, grief. And it all plays out extremely well throughout the visual storytelling of what it is, especially the cinematography in this is absolutely fucking fantastic. That one scene where all the water starts gushing out of the painting, it's just, it's a simple effect when you have to break it down in terms of directing that scene. Obviously, it's a built room on a stage and then there's like a water tank behind it. But it just, the way it's captured looks absolutely incredible. It looked like there was fucking hardly any CGI throughout the majority of this film. Obviously, there was, just to get them transitional shots in here and there throughout the editing phase, and then even like the painting itself, I'll keep referring to that in some shots where it's actually moving before he hits it. But yeah, other than that, this film really, it really, the room itself really tries to break down one's persona and paranoia and their character, and really throws everything at you, like what's your biggest fear, what breaks you mentally and physically. And to see John Cusack, bring it all with his performance in this and go through the fucking ropes and the ringer with the fucking entity itself of the room. It's fantastic to see how it, like, manipulates him, plays with his mind, and then sends him down this downward spiral of just fucking madness. And by the end of the film, depending on which ending you watch, I mean, they both are fucking great endings. I like them both. But I'm probably more so dedicated to the one where he actually survives. Because, well, I won't actually, no, I'll leave that. I won't spoil it. But I will just say that it feels more comforting that he was able to find inner peace with himself. And you can't help but feel that the room has sort of, like, changed his look on life. and he's not this fucking person who he once used to be. And it's a great little ending for the film. I feel that when I watched the other ending, it kind of bummed me out because it was just sort of, just done and dusted. I just didn't feel like there was any explanatory reasons behind why they did what they did, other than the fact that it's just an evil fucking room, quoted by Samuel L. Jackson himself. So, yeah, I mean, this film is absolutely fucking fantastic for what it is. It was great to go back and watch it this week. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much every time I put it on. So today I'm going to have to give it a Gore N More score of a 4.3.
All right.
And this is your DKB signing out, and I hope you mother lickers have a fantastic evening. Cheers.
Love you, brother.
Cheers,
Right.
Brody.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Brody.
Wonderful.
So that's a 4.3 from the Brody. All
Very
right.
nice.
Good. Starting it off high. I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with him. I like the ending where he lives better because it feels like it's a better payoff through the whole story. Because if he goes through all that and he just dies anyway, it kind of seems like the whole story is just pointless then.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like and sometimes I like bleak endings, but this one I enjoyed the happier ending.
I also think that if that was the ending where he did die, even though it also tells me, I mean, in real life, we're all going to pass at some point. But if you went through all that, it's like he really wasn't that terrible of a character and you still died. It's like,
Yeah, like if he was an asshole. it'd be
Yeah, like you
different,
didn't give me a payoff. You're just like, oh, he was not that terrible. Whatever, we'll still kill him. It's like, you're leaving me really like not wanting to like it.
Well, and that not only for that, but at least I can only speak for myself. But like, dude, all the emotional moments with him and his daughter, man, like going through all that just to still die, like what the fuck kind of write off is that? Then like, what the hell is like?
But I mean, at least he would be in the afterlife with his daughter.
That we know of. Maybe he's actually in hell, but why is he in hell? You know what I mean? Like, I could see him being stuck in hell if the room is hell. But why did he get there? Just because he left his wife? Because her daughter died? Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good enough reason.
Selfishness, maybe. But
yeah, if they'd have set him up to be like a sleaze bag or something, like after his daughter died, then it's warranted. But and that's why I said maybe it's like purgatory. Like he was stuck in purgatory or something, and he had to go through that trial to get out or some shit.
You know what? Randomly enough, and it's just because you mentioned purgatory. One of the coolest like ideas of purgatory, and I know Chad Daddy will enjoy this, for me, is from Supernatural, dude. I love how they explain purgatory in that, dude. Like, it's scary as fuck. It's not even like, it's nothing what like me being raised Catholic, like, you know what? Like,
yeah.
To me, as a kid, I always pictured limbo as like the hyperbolic time chamber. You're just stuck in this nothingness until you can get the fuck out, right? But Supernatural is like, nah, man, all the shit that God created that he didn't know what to do, yeah, that's stuck there too. So have fun. It's like, what?
That's where all the monsters are.
Yeah, dude. Leviathans, werewolves, fucking you name it. Like, holy
vampires, yeah.
Yeah, dude, because they're not inherently, they're not evil. That's just what their nature is. So they can't go to hell when they die. They go to fuck. And it's like, holy shit, dude. So you got it. Like, imagine limbo being the most like survival ridden fucking afterlife. Like, I love it, dude. I figured Heather would be on that too. Heather does. All right. But yeah, thank you, Brody, for that. This is a fucking fantastic review, dude. I feel like he hit it pretty much all the way.
Yes.
Is there anything else we want to discuss, or do you want to allow Chad Daddy to open these curtains?
I want him to spread those.
Spread them.
All righty.
All right, so in the movie, Mike Enslin says to his recorder, hotel rooms are just naturally creepy places, don't you think? I mean, how many people have slept in that bed before you? How many of them were sick? How many of them were losing their minds? Stephen King wrote this in his explanatory note of 1408 in his compilation book of short stories. So that's what he actually wrote about this story.
Okay.
Nice.
Not wrong, really, also, if you think about it.
Yeah, but if you don't want to think about who fucked on your bed, don't bring a black light to look at it.
Look, anytime we go anywhere on our investigations, I got my handy dandy black light with us. We've stayed in some questionable fucking rooms.
You're just like, that is definitely semen.
You know what? I'm going to sleep in the car.
That's right. I'm good here.
Why is there semen in here too?
Oh, wait a minute.
Continuing
Crazy
on,
ghost vatos.
While addressing his audience at the book signing, Mike says, "Stay scared." This is actually a phrase used by director George Romero, a friend of Stephen King's. Romero said this at numerous times in conventions and often used it as a part of his signature.
Oh,
Nice.
That is one man I wish I met.
Same.
Oh well.
I know. I just wanted to look up to him in a 6'5" fucking ass.
Like you do at me?
Pretty much. Fuck yeah, dude. Just see myself in those big fucking square glasses. One could only wish. Anyway.
I didn't realize he was that tall. The story in which this film was based on was almost never written. Stephen King originally created the first few pages of 1408 for his nonfiction book called On Writing as an example of how to revise a first draft. The story, however, intrigued him, and he wound up not only finishing a complete draft, but he adapted it for an audiobook compilation of short stories.
Oh,
Interesting.
hey, okay.
So it was originally, he wrote this whole draft just to use an example of.
I feel like I could get way more into like Stephen King short stories than the actual
Yes.
books. It's like I like Stephen King, dude, but sometimes his writing's a little wonky. I don't think I get it half the time, and I also don't have the patience to read an entire book anymore.
If you want to read any of his books, read any of them written prior to, I'd say, about 1990.
That's fair.
His
Those are
80s
kind of-
stuff was a lot more. It was a
yeah.
lot better, yeah.
But
Like
he
that's
still
why
has, you know what I'm talking about though. He's got those like Stephen King mannerisms where he just says like weird shit that you're like, I don't know if anybody would actually say that or if he just made that shit up off of cocaine. Like
The only
it's the
book of-
cocaine.
that's
the only
right.
book that I would love to read because I like the movie is Dr. Sleep of his modern.
Ooh, all right.
I'm sure the book is a lot different too still.
Fair enough. I have yet to watch Dr. Sleep, so
same.
What?
I
Hey,
liked
man,
it.
we
Going
got
on the list next year.
I'll say we got a whole new year coming up, buddy.
Yeah,
Don't worry
that's a
about
good
it.
follow.
I already have
And we already did The
10.
Shining, so.
I already have 10 on my list, so yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit! I haven't even started about a list. And we still got to throw in some December picks too.
Yo, man, I'm not for nothing, dude, but I say that we all try to get to the theater that weekend when the David Harbour movie comes out and just fucking do it.
Dude,
Fucking
that looks
down.
so fucking great.
down.
I am down, dude. I will be like, if I got to go to the theater even by myself to watch it. I
Like
will
literally,
fucking go.
I hadn't seen anything about that movie until last week. Right after the show, I was watching 911 with my wife, and a preview for that came on.
Wow, what a preview for that show. Love it.
It
Hell yeah,
looks
dude.
great. What's it called?
Naughty Night.
Yes.
Was it Naughty Night? I thought it was. You might
I'm
be
pretty
right.
sure it's Naughty Night because it's there. The problem is, dude, we're at this point where you get so many like crazy like Christmas movies, dude. Like how many times, you know what I mean? You got Silent Night, Deadly Night, Silent Night, the remake. Fucking,
But
I'm pretty sure it's Naughty Night, but
I love how you guys described it as it's basically Die Hard meets Santa's sleigh.
it is.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
That's the vibe I'm getting, and it looks great.
Santa's sleigh if Santa was the good guy.
Yes. Oh, I gotta watch that again this year. I gotta make the wife watch that again. That was so great.
Oh, bro, that's
You know what
that's
it
like a
is?
Christmas.
You know what it
classic.
is? It's the fucking Santa movie from fucking Scrooged.
Yo!
Oh my
That's
God,
what
oh
it
my
is.
God.
It is
You're
the
right.
fucking Santa
Oh,
movie from
I'm sorry.
Scrooged.
It's Violent Night.
Violent Night. That's it.
And you're right. It's the it's the $6 million man teams up with Santa to save it, save him from the.
That
fucking
would be a
Russians,
Oh
movie
dude.
my
to watch.
god.
Oh,
I want
been
all
a good
that
boy
shit.
this year, $6 million man.
I want all that shit from the movie Scrooge, dude.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Like all those like fucking IFC.
So,
like
now that's a favorite Christmas.
That
movie.
is one of my go-to Christmas
you'll
movies.
Yes.
oh, hands down, dude.
Yeah.
Just because he even does a Ghostbusters quote in it, and that's like, wow, that's
Yes.
hell yeah. All right, what else we got, Chad Daddy?
Okay, at one point in the movie, Mike wears a hat that says "Paranoia is total awareness." This is a nod to one of Stephen King's favorite quotes: "Perfect paranoia is perfect awareness."
Paranoia.
I knew you guys get a kick out of that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay, one of the first victims of the room was named Grady. Grady was a character in The Shining, another horror story about a hotel written by Stephen King.
Yeah.
I even wrote that down in my notes in case nobody noticed.
Nope, I got it. Which honestly, dude, like now that the snow's flying, I'm probably gonna have to pop that DVD.
Yeah.
Sometime because like that's not that it's a Christmas movie, but dude, like once the snow starts flying, that's the kind of aesthetic I want to get into there.
Because it's where you're in your house trapped out, but there's a snowstorm. It's
That
like,
and
watch.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing. Yes.
And even 2011's the thing. I enjoy it still.
I don't
Good.
care. I like it.
It's
Shitty
no, it's-
CGI and all.
I was gonna say it's good. Too
It's
much
a good-
CGI.
It's still a good prequel, though, I think. But go back to our previous episode where we actually review that if you want to check that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, continuing on. In its standard edition, the DVD runtime is exactly 104 minutes and 8 seconds, referring directly to the movie's title. This also makes the DVD stop playing at precisely 1:44:08, again referring to the title.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
wow. You know, now that I just realized that when it said time to watch it, now I look, I'm like, oh my god. It's exactly it.
Just wait. Due to alleged paranormal activity, the Emily Morgan Hotel in San Antonio, Texas, has sealed one of their rooms, 1408.
No, it is not sealed. They closed it off. They did close it off because a girl was murdered in that room a few years ago. So they closed it off. They opened it back up, and I've been in that fucking room.
And you're still here.
Where is the Cecil Hotel?
Cecil is in that's in California.
Is that in California?
It's in Los Angeles. Yes.
That's like supposed to be one of the most like haunted hotels, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Emily Morgan is extremely haunted. We heard fucking a telephone ringing in so when you step off the elevator, and come to think about it, the hallways look very similar to what's in 1408.
Just begun.
So when you step off the elevator, there's like this old school desk, and there's this vintage phone. And I picked it up. It was not connected. There was no batteries, nothing. So we're in the room. That fucking phone rang. Nobody else was on this floor. We had the entire floor to ourselves. Nobody else on the fucking floor, and that fucking phone started ringing. I have that shit on camera of that fucking phone ringing. And when we turned the corner, the fucking phone stopped ringing.
That's cool.
I loved when the game Phasmophobia did that shit.
I just love the fact that Scoobs was in 1408.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I know how fucking insane that is.
And then what's fucked up is I slept in that room by myself after fucking Mike and TJ basically pissed off everything that was in that fucking room and slept in the fucking room next to it. And I'm like, wow, you sons of bitches. Like, I fucking hate y'all.
Fucking A. All right, so Heather brings up a really good question. And I don't mean to skirt it, but I want to know if you guys ever caught this. So he wrote, what was it? Room 1408? Or it was something 1408, and then he wrote equals 13. But it was like, it was a multiple of things. If you add up 1408.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, he's on there. Okay, here we go.
There you go, bud.
Okay. Mary McCormick was pregnant throughout filming, explaining why most of the shots of her are filmed above the waist. This is John Cusack's second appearance in a Stephen King film adaptation. The first was Stand By Me in '86.
Yes. Yes, it was.
I forget that Stephen King all the time, dude.
He was his older brother.
Yeah. That's
all
right.
I can remember is Fat Jerry O'Connell.
I always forget that's Jerry O'Connell.
Right? It's before he had his glow up.
Okay, so there are many references to the number 13 throughout the movie. The room is numbered 1408. Add each number together and it equals 13. 1 plus 4 plus 0 plus 8. The room is on the 14th floor, and the hotel skips the 13th floor, so the room is technically on the 13th floor. The room's key lock also has 6214 etched into it, which adds up to 13. And the first death was in 1912, which adds up to 13.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you add 19 plus 12, you get 31, which when reversed is 13. Even the month and year of the movie's release date, June 2007, sums up to 13. 6 plus 7, 607, 13.
Yo, they really...
God damn.
Oh, okay.
In addition to the previous numbers adding up to 13, the hotel is mentioned to be at 2254 Lexington Street in New York City. 2254 adds up to 13.
God damn.
So it's almost like the number itself, 1408, is almost like a throw off if you're not thinking about it.
Everything comes around to number 13 in this movie.
What shoe size is he? 13.
It might be. John Cusack's a pretty tall guy.
He is.
He's
very
probably
tall
over
guy.
6 foot, right?
No, he is. Probably about 6'1", 6'2".
Word. Nice. Dude, that's awesome, man. They really sat down and thought about that one. I like that shit.
Mm-hmm. In the short Stephen King story 1408, upon which the film was based, Katie Enslin is not a prominent figure, nor is her death discussed in detail. Instead, the book mentions Mike being a chronic chain smoker who had a brother who had died of lung cancer. In the screenplay, Katie's name was originally to be Gracie, but this was later changed. In the eventual film, Katie is implied to have terminal cancer. However, her illness is never explicitly stated.
Yeah, I think they... Jesus Christ, Tyler.
Seriously, Tyler?
I mean, I kind of took it as terminal cancer just because, you know, the way they did her makeup and all that good shit. But I guess it could just be ambiguous. It doesn't need to be anything. It's a child dying. It's sad enough as it is.
Yeah, you don't need to go into detail.
Fuck no.
Real quick, he is 6'2". I had to check that.
Yeah.
Hey, see if you can figure out his shoe size. Please tell me it's 13.
I'll look.
Okay. Enslin, while looking at the book of the murders, unknowingly circles the 14th floor and ends up back at the elevator he got off. The classical music that is playing in the elevator was featured in the beginning of Father's Day, the first segment, which is part of the anthology collection Creepshow.
And possibly one of the better segments from it.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best, but one of the better.
Sadly to say, he is 11 and a half.
Damn.
But they said something else about a certain appendage. No kidding.
Big socks. Yeah.
Big nose.
What else we got, buddy?
The scene in which Mike climbs across the ledge as a means of escape could be a reference to another of Stephen King's short stories, The Ledge, in which a man must circumnavigate a high ledge in order to win a bet. Which was one of the stories, by the way, in Cat's Eye.
What's Cat's Eye?
You've never seen Cat's Eye?
You've never seen Cat's Eye?
Yeah.
Never even heard of it. What is it?
Stephen King, Drew Barrymore's in it. Little girl with the little troll
Can't even
thing.
say
There's a
I've
little goblin in the
fucking
wood.
heard
Oh, I
of it.
fucking hate that son of a bitch.
Oh.
Dude, that little thing, dude, I'm not even lying. That little fucking thing still to this day creeps me the fuck out.
I
And I'm
can see
glad
why.
he died. I'm glad that little fucker died. Fuck that fucking thing.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever seen this movie.
Oh, dude,
You
that
have
movie
to-
gave
yeah,
me
that- I-
nightmares when I was
It's a good
child.
one. It's a
That
good
might
one.
have to be on the list for next year.
It's a horror movie?
Ooh.
No, I guess
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. The cover doesn't give it a good like horror vibe cover. So
The cat.
Just like the
it
menu
looks
does.
like a Disney movie, dude.
Listen, just like
Cat
the
really
menu
going-
doesn't either, John.
Walt
but the
Disney
trailer says
presents.
otherwise.
Cat's Eye.
I still say the menu looks like fucking
Hell's
whatever.
Kitchen, the movie.
Hell, yeah, pretty much yeah, exactly.
I love that description. Okay, the reoccurring photo Mike sees of a former guest in 1408 who committed suicide, excuse me, was created purely with computer effects. The actress who played the guest laid atop the bed and had her picture taken. Afterwards, digital editing software was used to make it appear as if she'd had slit her wrists. The photos were then printed on traditional photo paper and added to the other prop photos in Mr. Olin's photo.
Damn.
Excuse
Go right ahead. I want that book. I
Yeah.
want that whole book, dude. I think that'd be cool. That'd be like a random, like, if you were really into this movie, you're like, I have the
Yeah.
1408 prop book. Like,
That would be fucking cool, though.
I'd be for it. Anyway,
I bet if you looked on Etsy, people probably make them.
I'm
Possible.
sure.
You look on
but
Etsy,
how
you can-
accurate are they?
right? Like, who's pause screen in 1408? To, like,
Listen, if you're a Stephen King fan, someone's done it and has it.
you know what?
This
I'm
is
just gonna
true.
look this up now.
This is
He's-
true.
In the beach restaurant scene where Enslin is opening his birthday mail and comes across a New York postcard which says "Don't enter 1408" on it, there's no return address. This was meant to imply that the hotel itself sent the postcard out to lure in a new victim after years of Olin banning newcomers from staying in the room. However, one other fan theory is that it was in fact Olin himself who sent it, and that Olin is in fact an angel trying to protect Enslin from his own actions.
Interesting.
You know, sometimes our guardian angels just need to fucking say it. Like, hey, quit fucking around.
Yeah, but then we don't learn anything.
Right.
That's the whole point. They just have to guide you. They're your guardian.
Oh, that explains a lot then.
I want
Okay,
to really
continue.
find this book, but I'm not finding it.
Sam Jackson and John Cusack appeared in another Stephen King adaptation together, Cell, in 2016.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yes, they did.
I heard really bad things about that movie, though.
That's why.
I never saw it.
I don't think I ever saw it. Because then I'd
Was
have
it
to
Cell
retract my
2016?
statement of him being in everything good.
Mm.
I was totally kidding. have no idea what that movie's
Ho-
about.
Oh, that's a horror movie too? Horror thriller, huh? Interesting.
So I forgot to throw this up there. In addition to various other things adding to the number 13, when Mike receives the postcard, it says, "Don't enter 1408" written on it. There are 13 characters in the phrase if you exclude spaces.
That's awesome.
Alrighty then.
The axe the fireman uses to break down the hotel door at the end of the movie is the same axe that Jack Nicholson used in The Shining. Both movies were shot at the same studio, Elstree, in London.
That makes me so happy.
Okay, that
makes me so happy. Yes.
See, I was sitting on that because you mentioned how close this was to The Shining. I was biting my tongue because I wanted to say that in here.
So much shit that I'm just like, I feel like you could, if you gave me The Shining and this in a double feature night, I'd be
Oh yeah, it'd be fucking great.
Oh,
definitely
definitely
happy. But I
That
feel
would
like
be
you'd
great.
almost want to watch 1408 first and then end it with The Shining.
And then you need to watch Dr. Sleep.
I don't know. I might. I would switch them. I would want to watch The Shining first and then 1408 because I feel like 1408 is a little bit faster.
It is, but I like The Shining better.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
it's The
Shining's a
Shining.
masterpiece.
It is, but I don't know.
It's a tough one, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, you just give me somebody in a bear suit getting a blowjob, and I'm just off. Oh, fuck it.
Actually, the bear guy in the bear suit wasn't on the receiving end of that BJ.
That's right.
No, he was giving.
Makes my
Just like
jar.
in Hot Tub Time Machine, another movie with John Cusack, where the bear's giving the blowjob in the hot tub.
The first one.
Oh,
was
it's been a
great. The
minute
second
since I've
was
seen that one.
Terrible.
Yeah.
All I remember is they woke up and fucking was it Rob Corddry puked on the squirrel that ended up fucking up the game later
Look at the
on.
little guy. Bleh. Yeah, like in that whole scene where they're fucking having like they're going back in time and it's like all that montage bullshit.
Yeah,
the
there's
bear
a
falls in
bear.
the tub and they're fucking like, yeah.
Yep, I remember that. Good shit. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
While staying the night in room 1408, Mike goes through denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and eventually acceptance, all of which are the 5 stages of grief in that order. 1408 has many grief themes, especially revolving around Mike's daughter and him trying to run away from his own grieving process by traveling, abandoning Lily, and writing books that debunk the supernatural faith of his readers.
Damn.
That's like an extreme case, too. Like, to all extents.
Yeah.
That's cool though, man. Like I like that he goes through all the 5 stages, and I like that wasn't there even a part where the phone was even saying it was like stage 5 or something like that?
I think it said it was I don't think it was stage 5, but I think it says time for our express checkout.
No, one
Well,
of them
there was
says,
that, but there was another part.
it said like victim 5 or something.
Was it victim 5? Okay,
Something like that.
Okay.
Mike Enslin says the room is on fire when talking to the receptionist about the thermostat, foreshadowing how the movie will end.
Oh yeah, hey, picked up that. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know why that didn't correlate. That thermostat sucks.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm going to show you how to fix it. Okay, right from here.
I ain't going in that room.
That guy was the best. When the windows are first bricked in, Mike notices that in one place the bricks say "Burn me alive," again foreshadowing the room's demise. Later, as the post office is being torn down, these bricks are shown again, indicating Mike is being returned to the room. He later follows that advice and burns down the room.
So that transition scene,
yes,
fucking
the reality
great.
to
Easily.
the room was fucking awesome.
Yes, some of the
Like, could you imagine all the like? Say,
A deconstruction crew,
yeah,
like that's insane. Yeah.
like just out of nowhere, and then they take you back to. So we have this joke, this running joke, and it's funny that you bring up the Emily Morgan. We have this running joke when we go on, on our investigations, that when we go to sleep, we're gonna wake up and be in the Emily Morgan. Like literally, we say it every time. Like, oh fuck, oh here we go. Oh, we're gonna go to sleep and wake up in the Emily Morgan. Like literally, that is like a running joke that we have. So watching this, how fucked up would that be? Like, say I'm sitting here right now, and all of a sudden the fucking wall starts, and I'm in the fucking Emily Morgan. Like,
Damn, that place must have really fucked you up.
Yeah,
it was crazy, bro. That place was fucking crazy. Like, if you guys ever get the chance to go to San Antonio, stay there.
Interesting. I probably would never get the chance, but I'd be down.
And it wasn't expensive at all. Like, at all. Was
Nice,
not
dude.
expensive.
Ooh, what is this?
Okay, so going back to the deconstruction crew, I swear to God, the one guy was Vincent D'Onofrio. He looked exactly like him.
I wasn't paying attention enough to him.
Which guy?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, obviously the guy that looked like D'Onofrio.
I'm trying to remember who looked like D'Onofrio though, because I feel
Yeah.
like everybody we saw already as like bellhops and shit.
Yeah, it was the same people, and I thought that was him in that scene too.
Interesting.
Just a
Wait,
guy
was
that
it the
looks like-
first bellhop that showed up and was like came really like was in his
No.
personal bubble?
He was the one that was behind the counter.
And like walked away to go get Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, that guy.
Gotcha. Yeah. He was a bigger dude. I could see that. He kind of had that face. I think he was blonde though, wasn't he?
I don't remember. I don't think it could have been.
Not
Who
doesn't
knows?
matter.
Yeah,
That's right.
because it wasn't him, obviously.
All right. Alrighty. Anything else, Chad? Did?
Let's see. When Mike wakes up on the beach, he looks up and a plane flies overhead with an advertisement attached to its tail. The last 4 digits of the telephone number is 1408.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything in your notes about why it said Psycho 1 on his wetsuit?
No.
After he drowned.
Nothing.
It said what?
It said
Psycho
Psycho 1. Like Psycho and then the number 1.
Is that maybe just
unless
a line?
it's just
Is it-
allude to the movie Psycho? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Maybe-
I just
I
I
figured-
thought
I figured it was just a brand name.
Oh,
I thought it just
so,
had like
yeah.
a deeper meaning or something.
Not that I know of.
interesting. Psycho. Although that could sound like a
brand
surf
name.
company. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Anything else, Chad?
Just the last thing I got here is what we already talked about, the 4 different endings. We've already got into detail. We don't need to go into greater detail about it because, if you've seen the director's cut ending, you know what it is. And we basically went through the details of it. And, I guess the ending, the director's cut ending is the default ending on the Blu-ray release and the 2-disc collector's edition, Canadian networks Space and the Movie Network. And the US network FX broadcast that version of the film. Space broadcast the theatrical ending on July 2012, and this ending is also used in the UK and Australian DVDs and the US iTunes and Netflix versions of the film.
It makes me wonder though, like if that's the theatrical version, why is it that there's just other ones that get so many different the other endings? Like,
well, originally the original ending was the director's cut ending. That was the only ending that they were going to use, and then it didn't test so well. So then they came up with the happier ending where he lives.
I can see that. I can see test audiences saying,
Yeah.
fuck that, dude. Which blows my mind that somehow the ending for like The Mist made it through fucking test audiences.
Or the
Holy shit.
Or the ending
Yeah.
for I Am Legend, where they had an ending where he lived, and they're like, yeah, let's kill him anyway.
yeah.
And honestly, man, Will Smith would have been fucking fine with his dog had he not fucking dealt with that bitch.
Yeah. It's the same thing for when they made the first Rambo movie. He dies, and they said, if you make him die in this movie, you're an idiot. So he went back and was like, okay, we'll change that.
Dude, I haven't watched the first Rambo in fucking ages.
Dude, I haven't seen the first Rambo since I was a kid. I don't think I've seen the second Rambo since I was a kid either.
I don't think I've ever even seen the first
First
Rambo.
Blood Part 2. I was
that
so
one.
confused by that title as a kid. I was like, Dad, what does this mean? First Blood Part 2. Like, what? Wouldn't that be the second blood at that point? Like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, nah, it's just the name of the movie.
You want confusion? Watch the Missing in Action movies.
Yeah.
The Missing in Action movie?
Those are really
Yeah, because the second one is a prequel to the first one.
Yeah. Well, kind of like
Okay.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Temple of Doom is a prequel.
Tyler, you are right, man. The ending of The Princess and Frog got me. They did not have to kill off the bug. But he went to
But
his...
he got to be a star or a constellation or whatever.
He
Yeah.
got to go to his... oh my God, what was the store? What was his star's name there?
I don't even remember.
Too. I can't even remember, dude. It's been a minute. Steve, I feel like you know, but you're like trying to remember.
No, hold on. Samara, what was the name of... Okay, you remember Princess and the Frog, right? Okay. It was your
Yes,
favorite
this is
movie,
awesome. I
right?
love this.
Okay.
Oh, Eva.
Oh, never mind. What was the name of the star?
The star?
Yeah.
Evangeline.
Yep,
Without
Tyler.
looking at the screen.
Tyler had it right there. Yeah.
Tyler beat her
Excellent.
to it.
Tyler
yeah.
beat you to it, baby girl, but at least you still remember. Dude, she
That's
loved
right.
that fucking movie when she was a kid.
It was a good movie.
Was.
Dude, the
That
voodoo
and
guy
Little
was fucking
Mermaid
awesome.
were on repeat over and over and over.
My house was Lion King, dude, with my sister. Oh my God, I watched that movie way too much.
When Chloe was little, her favorite was 101 Dalmatians.
That's actually a good movie, and I would watch that. Just saying, I have watched it.
You know what's sad is I kind of quote that movie sometimes, only because that little dog who's like, "I'm hungry, mother." Sometimes. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
That's it, buddy.
All righty, we are on
Let's
to
go.
the main questions, gentlemen. What format did you watch this on?
Amazon Prime.
Pluto.
Voodoo. All right. Yeah, right. A little fucking change up. Okay. Douche of the film.
The Room.
Ooh.
Yeah, The Room. I was gonna. I don't know why I was gonna say Samuel Jackson, but no, he was just trying.
No.
He
Yeah.
wasn't a douche. He didn't really do anything like.
He was trying to bribe him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with $800 fucking scotch.
Yeah, I gotta go with The Room. Also, I mean, it was The Room that did everything. So
Right. The Room is just evil.
fucking douchebag Room.
All right. Favorite kill.
The girl that slit her wrists.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Anybody from that fucking envelope of fucking deaths.
I want to see
I
him
wanna say-
drowning in soup.
No, the guy who slit.
The guy that slit his throat and then cut his dick off.
Yes.
Yeah, the eunuch.
yeah.
Woo!
Ugh, all right, I guess we got to go there. That's probably the worst.
I want to
Woof.
see what the 13 ghosts of this movie look like.
The 56 ghosts.
They're definitely not going to be as cool.
Say we saw the old dude or the first guy jump off. Then we saw the thicker gal. She jumped out.
The thicker gal.
She was. It was a good thickness. Ready. Best scene. Best scene.
Oh, the deconstruction scene easily.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was really
Easily.
good. Oh,
yeah.
God damn it. I might have to give it to you on that one, dude. That was
No,
That's
that's a good scene, but the scene where he was out on the ledge did it for me.
ooh.
That's
another
That was
terrifying.
also terrifying. Oh man. This one had a lot of good ones in it, dude. Like even though some shit was CGI, like it played out well.
The only thing that got me about the scene when he's on the ledge is if you look at it closely, when it shows him shuffling his feet, like it looks like the ledge is like that narrow.
Right.
But then it shows an overhead shot and the ledge is like that wide.
which still would be scary, but
Yes.
you know what? I think I'm still gonna have to give it to the deconstruction scene, just because that one I actually completely forgot about that, so that one threw me for a loop, and it was interesting. So.
I'm just so I can be different from everybody. I'm gonna go with the scene where he realizes he's looking at himself.
Ooh,
Oh, the mirror.
That was a really
Yeah.
cool scene.
That was a really
Yeah.
good scene. Yes.
I
Much
like
agreed.
that. Hell yeah! All right, all good choices, gentlemen. And honestly, I would say for even a follow up is just the interaction between him and Samuel L. Jackson. That was a really good, just like set the mood kind of
was.
fucking scene, and you could see it, and you can just see how hard Samuel L. Jackson is trying to get him to not do this without physically like detaining him from doing
You
it.
can also see how hard he's trying to not say motherfucker the whole time, too.
He does say fucker though. He gets to say it one time.
But he doesn't say motherfucker, so it's not the full Samuel Jackson motherfucker.
It's close enough. He still said fuck.
It still counts.
That's what I say.
It's a half count.
That's fine.
So then does that mean that counts for him saying it at the end of Infinity War?
Oh, because they took it out. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's true. I wonder about that. Okay, so opening scene, did it hook you in?
Yes, definitely.
That was the fake haunting house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we don't know if it was fake. He just didn't see anything.
True. But the way those people were pitching it,
Yeah, they
You know
were
what I mean?
trying
Like,
to sell it hard.
yeah, that just seems like that's just a
That's like when someone says, I'm
That's
the
a
best, and it
tourist
turns
spot.
out they're not. And it's like, yeah, you sold it too hard.
right. They're just like when they don't even let you get in there, and they're just like, oh, let's tell you everything. You're like, hold on, man, I just got in, dude. I'm
Just give me the
tired."
goddamn key.
It's like, I'm fucking
Right.
tired.
Okay, most attractive character.
The wife.
I'll say that, yeah, the wife.
She was very yumptious.
I'm gonna go a little against the grain here, and I'm gonna give it to Anna, the girl that came up to him for an autograph and was asking about his dad.
Oh, she was also very cute.
She was really cute.
She was.
So, real quick, I don't know if this movie reminds anybody. You know where I know the mom from? His wife,
I
Right.
don't.
Dickie Roberts, former star child.
I was gonna put that one down, but then I was like,
David
I'm gonna put
Spade.
Private Parts instead. Yeah, Dude,
I
that
am
is
not-
that is a very underrated comedy. It's actually very
Oh,
funny.
it's so good.
It
Wait,
oh
is.
my
that-
god, yes.
Is that
David
who's the
Spade.
main-
Right?
Oh.
David Spade?
Yeah, David Spade.
Yeah.
He gets
so
adopted
many,
by this
so many child
family,
actors in it. It's
like-
great.
Oh,
It's
then
not-
that's not the one I'm thinking of. Then
No, he gets adopted by this family to be like, I need to make this part, so adopt me. It's yeah.
okay. What's the one? I just had a whole different movie pop in, but what's the? I think it was with Nick Swartzen, where like his parents were in porn, but everybody wanted him to be in porn, but he had a really again like a
Oh yeah, I think that was Bucky Larson. That was it.
yes, that's what it is. Okay, they had like the same haircut. I think like that's what throwing me off. They had that weird fucking like bowl cut shit. But okay, so did the score set the movie? I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I don't think it's a
Yeah.
memorable one, but I think it sets the pacing and it makes it feel intense at the moments it needs to be.
I like the whole part where the song comes over the radio.
Ooh, that's fantastic. Which takes us to
Favorites, yeah.
yeah, best song.
The Carpenters.
That's
Only
all,
just
yeah.
begun. Yeah.
Yep. I can't hear that song now without getting creeped out. Like anytime I hear it, like it'll pop up on my like satellite radio, I change it because I'm like, nope, ain't
I'll be
fucking
like,
doing this today.
Because yeah, I'd be like this. What just began?
And
Fuck
they
you, I'm going
utilize it
home.
so perfectly, dude. I fucking love it.
Especially
now
the
I'm just
first
like-
time it played, because it was
Yeah.
it was literally just the whole haunting just beginning.
And I'm just like, man, now I want to see Groundhogs, but as a horror movie. Like,
Oh,
because that would just give me Groundhog's Day vibes at that fucking point.
Wouldn't that
kinda.
just be Happy Death Day?
Never
Actually,
seen
yeah.
Happy Death Day, so I
Happy
wouldn't
Death
know.
Day is a great movie.
There's two of them in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
Okay,
And the
that's
second
the one with
was-
the baby face, right? Like the
Yeah.
weird. Okay.
Yeah.
the second one wasn't bad either. I
No,
I,
enjoyed
haven't seen
it.
either, so I gotta
fucking
put that
enjoyed
on my
it.
list.
It's a fun
Interesting.
movie. It's not a serious movie. It's a fun.
See,
Yeah.
I like
that's what
fun
I'm
horror.
all for. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely for that. All right. So favorite character.
The Engineer.
Yep. Damn it, Chad.
I called that even before. Watching the movie, I'm like, he's as soon as this scene was over, I'm like, that's my favorite character right there.
It is, dude. He's fucking the best. I
He
love
just
any
says,
character that's
"Nope,
super
I ain't going in
realistic
there."
and is just like, yeah, fuck that shit, dude.
No, John Cusack and the engineer. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Mike. Just I mean, he's the main character, and I love like he goes through all those stages and shit, so we get to see him like grow so much throughout the movie. Which in a lot of movies we really don't get to see that the character
No.
grow to that extent, you know. And so with the little bit of time that we did have with him, we get to see him go, you know, through all these stages, and it was a good journey. So I'm gonna go with him being my favorite character.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson gets a close second for me, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I go with those two because he's I'm going in this room. The engineer is like, yo, I'm going the fuck home. Talk about an extreme.
He was skedaddled out of there before he can even get back to the door. He's like,
He would no. He was skedaddled out of there before he got out of the elevator to be like, fuck, I gotta go there.
Pretty much. Oh, speaking of elevators, so and I took it as this, maybe you guys did, maybe you didn't. When he's walking to the room and that secondary elevator opens, does that seem like that's like almost like one last chance of like, hey man,
Yes,
you can leave
I thought
now?
the same thing.
Okay, that's how I took it too. I didn't take it like it came from Samuel Jackson. It was just more of like it was kind of like fate. Like you got one more chance, man, before you really go fuck your shit up. Which is also kind of like almost like is the hotel trying to help him out, or if the room is just like, all right, man, you fucking signed up for this shit, bitch. Bring it. Okay, so was it scary?
I
I'd
think
say
so.
yes.
I think some of it was a little like definitely fucking like wow.
It hits
For
home.
for it being at that time period in 2000, this movie was scary.
Yes.
And I feel I also have a way better appreciation for it now, being a father, because it's
Yeah.
also
Yes.
terrifying in that mindset.
Yep.
So yeah, when I saw this prior, not so just kind of laughed at those scenes, not so much anymore.
Now you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, fucking reality is way too close on this. Okay, so does it hold up today?
Extremely well,
Absolutely.
yes.
Mhm.
Very well for a 2007 movie.
Yes.
Just like
And
Steve said.
and for you guys even more so now, because when you initially saw it, you didn't have kids.
Oh, yeah.
I think it holds up even more now than it did. the
I
first time.
hate sometimes shit like that, dude. I'm not even gonna fucking lie, because I'm just like, bro, I like enjoying a movie, but sometimes I don't need to feel that hard.
Yeah,
man.
Yep.
Like you don't need to take me there, bro. I'm good. I was already enjoying the movie. Now I'm fucking inside myself having weird thoughts that I probably shouldn't be having now because
You're like ready to go have a talk with your daughter, like,
right. Like,
listen
Jesus
here,
Christ,
honey.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm not a father, and I know I could see John doing that. And I'm like,
Oh man, yeah. You're just like, man, maybe I should pause this and I got to rethink some things.
maybe I shouldn't have taken that last candy bar from her. I'm so sorry.
No, fuck that. That was delicious as a kid. She got all the
That's the
shitty
dad
candy.
tax. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the dad
I took
tax.
all
That
the
is the dad
chocolate
tax.
stuff, dude. I don't want any of the actual.
I'm gonna be a
candy
terrible
candy.
father when it comes to dad tax. It's like, Daddy,
It's-
I want that. Like, go fuck yourself, kid. That's fine.
It's great. It's great because Harper only cares about like lollipops. I'm like, fine, I'm eating your fucking Snickers.
Dude, that's right. Like, I want the chocolate, dude. I don't
Yeah.
want lollipops or Smarties or any of that. I don't want.
They
shit.
give me-
and she hates peanut butter. So any peanut butter cups that she got, that's fair game.
I get the
Same with
Whoppers,
mine,
I get the Baby Ruth, and I get the Snickers.
dude. Ooh, baby roots are always a plus.
Mm.
Yeah, see, my daughter's the same way too, so she don't like Butterfingers either. So I'll get the thing.
Oh,
Butterfingers and shit, dude. Alrighty, so I think this is completely across the board. But how was the acting in this movie?
That was fantastic.
10
Fantastic.
out of 10.
Chef's kiss.
Can't get any better. Cinematography. You know what?
Again,
I
thought it was
I
very well
liked
done.
it. You
Very
know,
well
and
done.
the one scene that I liked it the most was when he puts the fucking key in, and it's just the simple
yes.
unlocking of the door.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a cool fucking shot. I don't know if it was CGI or if it's
I think it
practical
was.
effect,
It was, but
but
it still was cool.
it was still a cool fucking scene.
So it's funny you mentioned that because I thought you were going with the other keyhole thing, which if this was a more of a horror movie and less of a thriller,
Oh yeah,
we would have got a murder in that scene.
That
Because
would've
when
been-
he
you would've
broke
died.
the key and the key went in.
and
That is
yeah.
not where you shove your eye to
Nope.
look.
Nope.
Because my thought, and I'm sure Brody was right there. I'm like, oh god, dude, he's gonna get in the eye. He's gonna get in the eye. He's gonna get in the eye.
Speaking of, I saw the movie X. Have y'all seen that yet?
Yes,
No,
X is
and
so
I've been
good.
wanting to.
Okay,
Yeah, the pitchforks.
I-
the pitchforks.
it's not even the. It's not a pitch. It will.
No,
Ooh, I see.
I need to watch it. but
Steve, I know what you're
I've
talking
heard
about. Yo,
really
that shit
good-
is, yeah.
I've heard really good things on it. I just haven't gotten the chance because I want to watch that and Pearl back to back, like just because they're already both.
I haven't
out.
seen Pearl yet.
No,
I heard,
I
it's
the
got
just
it.
as good.
girlfriend-
I heard it's just as good as X.
The girlfriend
I
was
heard too.
scarred after watching this one because of naked grandma. That's all she kept saying. She was
Yo,
like, "No,
yeah.
no,
Oh
naked grandma,
my-
no."
Yo,
I mean, not
all-
for nothing, but Naked Grandma in The Visit was hot. So I mean,
No,
I
well,
can't.
Well, I mean,
no,
it
no,
didn't. She's like, "It didn't bother you," and I'm like, "No, I mean,
Well, all right, put it this way. All I'm
yeah,
gonna say is
I agree, Tyler. I agree, Tyler."
The naked grandma in X though, the scene where grandma and grandpa are getting it on.
Oh, okay. I cringed a little bit. I cringed a
I
little
did
bit,
too.
but then I was like, "Yeah, grandpa, get your
But
shit."
that's only, that's only
Yeah,
Mia
and then I
Goth.
said the same thing, and I'm
It's not
like
really
this.
like a real
Oh,
old lady.
grandma. Oh,
It's still Mia Goth though. It's not like it's a real old lady.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
she's yeah.
Doesn't she play 3 different roles in that movie?
No, two. She
Two.
plays the lead, and then she plays
And
the
then
old lady.
Pearl. Yeah,
Oh, I thought she played one more too.
No.
Oh. All right.
no, because there's not that many. There's not that many people. Like, there's not much cast in this movie.
Oh, I know what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. The reason I'm thinking 3 because somebody said it was Mia Goth as old person, and Mia Goth's side boob. That's what it was.
Beautiful
Yeah.
side boob at that too.
It's a wonderful side
beautiful.
boob.
It's
That's what it was. That was the 3 characters of Mia Goth in that movie.
was.
I don't know. There's just something bizarre about the way she looks to me. Like she has like
That's
no
what-
eyebrows,
It's the no eyebrows, bro. It freaks me out too.
but she has like really, really thin, and they're like really light blonde. But it looks like she has no eyebrows.
Hey, man. You know what?
It's just so bizarre looking to me.
Listen,
Her-
if you're worried about no eyebrows, I suggest you worry about something else.
It's
I mean,
a big thing to get over. It's just
Like, I wouldn't kick her out of bed. That's all I'm saying.
listen, dude. She's got to have a little bit of wild streak. She's married to fucking Shia LaBeouf, dude.
I was
You know what I
waiting for somebody
mean?
to say
Like-
that.
Shia LaBeouf.
He gonna buff on my butt later.
By the way,
All
me and Steph were making dinner the other night, and I played that song on Spotify while we were cooking. And she's like, "You listen to some really weird shit."
Tyler. Fucking Tyler.
Hell yeah, dude. I love this song, Shia LaBeouf. All right, so last question here. Do we like the premise?
Yep.
Yeah,
Fucking haunted
yeah.
hotel. Bring it on. Bring it
Evil
on.
Room. Awesome. Love it. And especially somebody who is out there trying to look for paranormal, has never experienced it, and then literally gets the fuck all of all experiences to experience it. So
You think?
hands down. All right, gentlemen, recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind.
for days,
Rewind.
buddy.
Loved
Yeah,
it.
that's an easy one. Rewind for me too. Okay, we're gonna rate this bitch. Brody started us off with a 4.3. So
Yes,
Chad Daddy,
Tyler.
this was your pick.
Yes, Tyler.
You know, I'm
give
going to
you-
agree with him. I'm going to give it a 4.3 as well.
4.3 from the Chad Daddy. And Tyler, yes, I have seen Barbarian. Okay. Scuba, what you got?
4.5.
4.5. Bobby?
I'm also going to agree with him. I actually had a lower score last night, and now we talked about it. Yeah, 4.3.
4.3. And I feel like I'm coming in low on this, but I'm not. I'm just going to give it a solid 4. So it kind of sits for me.
See, that's what I was starting with, and then Brody inspired me to give it a higher score.
Well, that's fine. I mean, I appreciate everybody's viewpoints, and I do agree. But yeah, stop that, Bob.
That's just Bobby beating his meat.
That's right. All
For all
right,
you
so
audio
let's
listeners.
divide this bitch by 5, and we have a 4.28, which we give a 4.3.
4.3.
The fact that it comes down to that, I swear to God.
2007's 1408. Very nice. And Brody called it once again. Okay. Next episode, gentlemen. What are we doing?
Oh, the next one's a real doozy. I hope you're ready for it.
It's what I'm thinking of. Is it the Beyond?
It is the Beyond, the Fulci
Yeah.
Classic.
And I believe this
I
was
have already
my,
watched it.
I think this was my pick because I've never seen it.
I've seen this probably 5 or
never
6
seen it.
times.
Okay.
The
Never
whole
seen
idea
it.
behind it is so bizarre, too.
I am a virgin in the beyond.
Oh,
Same. And the worst part is I could have saw this shit in theaters last fucking week if my ass didn't fucking hold out on it.
Wait, now you're going to see Ken Foray, you know.
What, in Beyond? Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, well, you're going to see him.
So,
Like, you're going to see
I mean, that makes me happy though. But no, that's cool, man. That shit, dude. That's been a while because we made those lists fucking last year, so I forgot that shit was even on there. God damn.
Yep, and we're getting near the end of it. Actually, that's the next to last pick we have. Bobby's got the final pick of Toolbox Murders on the 28th, and after that, we got a clean
Christmas
blank slate.
time.
Yeah.
Open season, bitch.
Open season.
Well, I'm saying Violet Night should definitely be one of those, dude. If we can
Yes.
actually get to all the
If we
theaters. I am
can.
totally down. If we can,
That's kind of hard to do because you can't really sit there and take notes or anything, though,
Get a cell phone.
which I like to do.
Let's record it. No, that's fair. I usually just try to do mental notes, but that's also why I try to watch it the day before we record, so it's the freshest too.
Yeah.
So
I watch it the day of sometimes.
hey, if I could, I would. Trust me. I always like that the best. Heather says the Beyond is on Shutter. Thank you,
Yes,
Heather.
yes,
That's
it
awesome.
is.
Awesome. All righty. So, is there any nerd news? I know we got some sad news, unfortunately, in the nerdy
Yes,
community.
yes, we do. We lost Kevin Conroy.
Yep. We lost our beloved Batman.
Yeah, we did.
I'll also throw Gallagher in there because that's kind of nerdy too. But to me, it
Yeah.
wasn't as big as Kevin Conroy's loss. Different generations, but
Oh, and then we lost Jesus, what was his name?
did we lose somebody else?
UFC fighter.
Oh, I don't watch the UFC.
I didn't hear
I
that one.
completely
Jeez.
blank on that.
Oh my Lanta, what the hell was his name? Hold on. I have it in my Vatos group chat.
You know what? Actually, I think I know. I think Famous Falafel fucking posted something about that. So I think I did see something. He was a younger guy too, right?
Yeah, he was only 38, I think.
Yeah. That's too bad. But on the positive side of nerd news, because I don't want to be sad all about Batman the whole fucking time. Legos is coming out with another Ghostbusters Firehouse kit.
I saw that.
And I never got the first one, dude. I may pick up this one. We'll see. I don't know. I already still have the classic Firehouse from when I was a kid, so I'm like, do I really need anything else?
Yes, you do.
I don't have the space.
Listen, I still want the Playmobil Ghostbusters 1 and 2, Ecto 1 with all of them that just came out a few years ago.
Yeah, those were all right. I never picked those ones up either. But
I do also have a little bit of good news in the horror realm. I know at one point I mentioned on here they were thinking about getting rid of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house because they sold it.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is the new owners of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre house plan to preserve its horror legacy. So the new owners of it, they will be honoring and preserving and restoring the location's iconic horror movie legacy. They're going to do a whole bunch of upgrades, and it'll all be done by the summer of 2023. So the house will stand, and it will still preserve the chainsaw legacy. They want to keep it. They don't want to tear it down, and they're going to keep. I think they're keeping the businesses that are part of it too.
Good.
Nice.
I could have swore. Now I may have my shit, kind of crossed, but I could have swore Abdullah the Butcher had his barbecue restaurant in that location at one time. Abdullah the Butcher was a wrestler back in like the 80s.
No shit.
Yeah, I want to say that's where his barbecue restaurant was actually in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house after they moved it.
Did it have a name? Do you know?
I don't remember.
I know I know they had there for a long time the Kingsland Old Town Grill, and I know that was in I think the early 2000s.
And like I said, I might be wrong. I don't know. I could have swore.
Word. Well, speaking of food and nerdy things, not that this is a nerdy, but maybe it is for all you fat nerds out there. That's what this is. McDonald's is bringing back breakfast bagels.
Oh no shit, they are.
Yes, they are. About fucking time. Not that I enjoy going to McDonald's, but if I have to, god damn it, I want a bagel sandwich.
Dude, their steak, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich was fantastic because that was like it was an actual steak instead of a hamburger patty, which I was.
No, you're right. It was, but I just for some reason I don't know. I still like the bacon.
Can't go wrong with bacon.
I always go wrong. I always go with that. But is there anything else nerdy, gentlemen?
I would like to add that one of Bobby's recent favorite picks, Smile, will be available on Paramount Plus tomorrow.
Yeah.
Really?
No shit.
It's coming. I can't wait for it to be physical. So
isn't it insane how fast we get movies now, dude? Like I think about it when we were growing up. Like when you see a movie come out in theaters, you're like, all right, you got to wait at least 6 months to see a physical release at best.
Yep.
And then another 6 months after that for it to hit one of the pay channels.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
For it to be the HBO special presentation with that cool little intro over the fucking neighborhood.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's how you knew it was special. You're like, oh shit. You're right.
Oh,
what you got, Bob?
Speaking of which of Smile, just on the 7th, so this is now about a week ago, Smile actually crossed the $200 million worldwide mark for its release.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy that movie is doing well. I think it's a top horror movie of all time. I stand by that. It had a message. It was gory. It executed it well. Yeah, that movie was good.
All right. So if there's nothing else nerdy, gentlemen, unless y'all got anything else, I'm tapped.
I got nothing.
Yeah, actually, this week I got nothing, to be honest with you.
All right. So go out and get Ragnarok. We already talked about that a little bit last week. Bob's got that. He's going to be hopefully enjoying that maybe tomorrow. We'll see.
And also,
I got it too. I just can't play it till the sun's
doing the Evil Dead game this weekend, Ghostbusters. I'll have a handle created.
Is that one cross-platform?
Yes, it is.
Evil Dead is, yeah.
Evil Dead
is.
Okay,
Bobby.
And
I'll play with you.
Perfect nerd news, actually. That's a great segue. Evil Dead will actually be free on the Epic Game Store next week. So if you have a PC and Epic Games, fucking go out and get that shit, because guess what? That community is going to be hopping next week.
Oh, yeah.
All them new free people. So, and they actually just also did an update to that game as well for the, I think it's the prestiging system for the characters. I don't know how it works because I haven't hopped in, but I know they updated it completely.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played it even.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, Ghostbusters have really been capturing my attention lately. So it's kind of hard to put that one down, but I could see myself easily getting back into Evil Dead.
Well, don't worry. I'll be on Ghostbusters this weekend. The four of us can bust together.
There you go.
That's gonna
fuck yeah, dude. It'd be fantastic, dude. We should probably try to stream that if we can.
Yes, please.
Right? Steve's like, yes, please. Okay. So, well, then if that's all it, then I say we do our sign outs. Bob, you want to start us off?
This is your killing machine, Bobby Amone, saying we'll see you next week with the Toolbox Murders, bitches.
No.
Beyond
next week.
You're jumping.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry. I fucked up. Just go.
I apologize for the background noise. If you can hear it, this is your host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, the ghost daddy, the sinister minister, Lord Scubacabra, saying, see you later, baby.
All right, Apollo Creed.
And I'm the man with way fewer adjectives. I'm just your dark lord of knowledge, your Chad daddy, saying, see you next week, bitches.
Yeah. And I am that not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us. And remember, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Penis.